Hey everybody, you know what time it is? What time is it? Yeah, what time is it? It's time to rumble. You're in a Jeep Gladiator Mojave. Are you kidding me? I am kidding you. This is what we're gonna rumble in. Does it start? The Super Bee. Yes, the Plum Crazy Super Bee needs an oil change. So what am I doing? I'm going to go up to the local Jeep, Ram, Dodge dealer and get the oil changed. And pick up my Grand Wagoneer that just got the bad thermostat replaced on it, a recall on that. And here we are. See, here's some noise for us. Was it noisy? No, it's okay noisy. But anyways, you know what I'm going to do also? I'm going to see if I can talk to my friends to see what the status of the car industry is, being out in this DC metro area where the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Elon Musk, is running people out of jobs. So I wonder what's happening in the car industry in this area. Let's find out, or do we find out? Stay tuned. All right, we're on the road now. I got my new Samsung phone. You know, it's so weird. Seems like it's harder for my index finger to get over to slide around from photo to video. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's the way I hold the phone on this one. Different case. But here we are in the Plum Crazy. Something I just thought about. My home link is, the home link right now doesn't work. And they need to repair that for me. That's going to be probably an all-day job if they do that. If you know what I mean. All right, here we are in the Plum Crazy, and it's a cold day. And you know, technically, being 37 degrees out, you're not really supposed to drive on these tires. Yes, if you really are abreast to the tire guidelines, because these are high-performance track tires, and technically, anything under 40 degrees, you're not really supposed to drive the car. Because they become such a very hard rubber. It's so in the summer months it becomes so flexible and so soft, but in the winter months it's totally the opposite, where it truly is a very hard rubber. So in some ways I'm ruining these tires per se. It's an argument I've had with people throughout the years. I'm not worried about it today. If it was 20 degrees out, I wouldn't drive the car. If it's close to 40, I'm going to drive the car. I'm not really worried about it. But the big thing is, if you really want to become the little screwball, the squirrel, the derelict, and really start hot-tailing down the back roads, guess what? You're probably going to be hot-tailing right into the woods. Because these tires, they just ain't going to stick as you go through that corner and you think you're the Mr. or Mrs. Badass nailing it, and the back end comes out from you, and bing, bam, done. Bye-bye. Wow, these seats are hot. And as always, they're always on a project, doing road work, cable work, telephone work, crashes, it's everything. So let's see, when I go to the dealership today, does anybody share? I mean, but the thing is too, it's February, and usually the car industry really isn't on fire in February. I mean, most businesses in the January, February, March months are pretty much slow for the most part, because everybody spent all their Christmas money. Everybody's on broke, and everybody's now waiting for their tax return if they get a refund. So that does kind of generate some business. If somebody gets a nice tax return, a nice refund, and that turns into but that would probably be maybe this time of the year. But anyways, the whole point is, typically the winter months really aren't the best per se for the car industry, especially in this mid-Atlantic, Northeast area. I'm not so sure out there in the South or out in the West if it has much of an impact, but here it does. So do we really get a gauge? Do the guys that live at these dealerships really have a handle on? Is it slow? Is it slower than usual? I don't know. My gamble is, I talked about it in my early morning conversation, my real thoughts are that I think people are probably now pulling back, and because this is the year not to buy things. That's the big promotion on social media. Does this make 2025 the year you just don't go out and buy stuff? Just slow it down? Is that intentional to hurt the economy, to hurt Donald Trump? Is that a liberal-driven agenda? Is that the conspiracy theories that the Democrats want to run Donald Trump's economy into the ground? Or does Donald Trump run the country into the ground because he relinquishes so many people's jobs? The illegals, per se, are gone. The federal workers are going to be dismissed. Tariffs. I mean, you start going through the list, this could have quite the impact of our country. And is it time for us just to suck it up, buttercup, understand it? We're going to have to go through some hardships for a while to right this country? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different views and different, thoughts on what's going on. But anyways, back to my point, are people in the car industry seeing more and more people pull back and just buying yet another car? And they're just now seeing really the people that have no choice, but they have to buy a new car or a used car because their car that they have is not in good shape and doesn't require too much money to keep it running. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So as we head up here, and I'm just stuck in traffic because they're working on the cabling. So, oh boy, isn't that something? So many years ago, that was a gas station. And it's something now. And this is a local gentleman that got very creative, very smart. He took this old gas station and made it into a farmer's market. And he's added on to it quite a bit. He lives right across the road. His name is Jeff, and his wife's name is Vera. Very nice couple. And he actually works a full-time job. Then his wife kind of manages it in the daytime. But he's got his own little horticultural hole set up at his house with the chickens and the eggs and him, the vegetables. So he's done quite well. He's done, and I think he now owns the land here and next door. I think he rents that house out next door. So, but he's been around now, I would say at least 15 years. That'd be my guess. All right, do we get to go? And now we're in the cylinder deactivation mode because I'm not in the SRT pages with this thing in the sport mode. Yeah, and these things aren't, all these performance cars, if you have the option to go to the performance side, it really is a big difference. Kind of hear that drone because right now I think we're on 4 cylinders to supposedly save gas. Why would you want to do that? How are we doing on our fuel mileage? Let's see here. Guess I was already in it. 16.1. Wow. But current's 31. Yeah, that's not accurate. Yeah, these things usually get a good 20 plus miles per gallon. Very comfortable. Very accommodating. Oh, the danger is, I think they've got an electric charger. Oh, here we go. I could go do a review on the new Dodge electric charger. Wow. There we go. Now I'm thinking, oh, hey, that'll be exciting. Let's check that out. Ice charger to the electric charger. Even though they are going to bring back the ice to the charger, but it's going to be the 6-cylinder inline 6 Hurricane motor turbo setup, and it will have more power. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the inline 6, is it a twin turbo? I'm not sure. I think it is. Hurricane motor. It's going to have more power. It'll be faster than this 392. The 392, it's a nice motor, but no way. The Hurricane, downside, the Hurricane doesn't give you that beefy blah, blah. So you're going to get more of that 6-cylinder noise, but it'll beat this car. Isn't that something? Yeah, wow. Yikes, girl, right? And here we is, and look at that truck there. They say, don't buy that truck. My friend Julie, don't buy that truck. It's That's something going on with it. All right, let's get this big old beast in here and roll one in and roll one out. How about that idea, huh? Give these guys some noise. Watch what happens here. You're like, what? That guy's out of control. Time to say goodbye to the baby. Aw, right? Is that your baby? Okay, here we are with the extended Wagoneer. This is the Wagoneer, not the Grand Wagoneer. It's a lower trim. Here is, you know, I would buy one of these. These things were the right price. Can't buy them anymore. It takes a certain flavor and love and flair, but yeah, and they're ridiculously priced. It's a $100,000 vehicle, but hey, that's all good, right? So where is the whole pack? Where's all the troublemakers? Oh, no Jake. That's interesting. All my buddies aren't here. Oh, here's the Charger. So they had a red one sitting out front here like yesterday. Oh, there it is right there. So somebody must be test driving the red one. See, so it has kind of the 60s look. Isn't that something? So here we go. Let's do. And here we are. The 2025 Dodge Charger RT Stage 1 electric vehicle. It is pretty incredible on how the back end, they definitely got a little bit that retro late 60s Dodge Charger look. But here it is, first time I've ever seen one in person. I wonder if somebody's actually test driving it. Is it even open? It is. So here's all the technology. Here it is. It's an electric vehicle. You wouldn't really know that, but here's the price. Let's look at that here. Let's check out the Maroni. So it's $70,000. And what do you get? Red eye exterior paint. Interesting. So what battery pack? I have no idea on where it shows you that. This is the first time I ever looked at one. So it's showing motor 400 volt. So it's a 400 volt, which that's good. G2500. So it's the 100 kilowatt battery pack. So is this the faster? I don't think this is. So because it got a scat pack, so this is the lesser of the two, but it's still at $70,000. So let's open the hood. How do you open the hood? Right? I mean, sincerely, it looks like you can open the hood, but what is under the hood? Is there a button right here? Here it is. So it's like that. It should be automatic. That's interesting. It is not an automatic hood. It's like my front on my truck. So there's your front. And, you know, in some ways, you think this thing was a hybrid because of that battery kind of, you know, power setup. But it's their 400 volt system, so I guess that's something to do with it. Look at the front of it. It's got the advanced technology on it. It looks like it may even have night vision. It definitely probably has adaptive cruise control. So, color's pretty cool. I like how you call it the Hellcat Red Eye. Is that what the name it was? So let's see here. So it definitely has the, does it have the adaptive? Maybe not. Yeah, it does. It has adaptive cruise control. I don't think it has self-driving though. Wow. Somebody sit in it. Just let's see how it feels getting in it. Ugh, yikes. So I'm gonna put the seat down. Very tight there. Okay, so here, let's close the door. All right. So I should be able to take a test drive in this, and sincerely, pretty cool interior. It is nice. I mean, I'm sure this is a nice car. I mean, would I buy one? Yeah, I probably would, just to have one. Just to, you know, change it up. So here's kind of my sales guy. Let's see if he's letting me take it for a ride. How you doing?
Good, sir.
Who's driving this?
A customer.
Good. So I'm just doing.
See how it looks like.
Yeah. I'm just doing a walk around right now on my YouTube.
Sure.
take it away from you. Oh, can I drive it?
You want to drive it?
Of course. Is there a tag on it?
Yeah, tag is behind it.
All right, so I'm doing a whole review on it, and you know I'm a regular. So I'm just first of all doing a walk around. So now, there's the Scat Pack, then the RT, right? And this is the RT.
RT, yes, sir.
And this is 100 kilowatt versus Scat Pack is what, like 125 or 1? Okay. So have you driven this?
Just drive it, yep.
You drove it?
Yep.
How did you like it?
Fast.
It's fast? All right, so...
With the accelerator, you cannot hold on to the seat.
Oh, wow, really? Really? Okay, so here, let me see if I can pop the trunk. And your tag will probably fall out. Oh, no, it didn't. So, oh, wow. So the back trunk is part of the interior of the car. That's interesting. So you can lay down the seats, you get a lot of room. That's pretty cool. I like that. It really does have the 60s retro back end. And you kind of do get that out of that. But that's so cool, man. I definitely want to drive this. So let's do that. Let's get in the car. Let's drive it around and take it for a spin. The downside is I'll want to buy it, but I can't. Those days are over. So now, close right here. You can go. I'll close the door for this guy here. So now the big rumble. The big rumble. All right.
Track for it.
Hey everybody, uh-oh. This is dangerous, a brand new 2025 Dodge Charger, fresh release, two-door, RT, stage 1, 100 kilowatt battery pack, 400 volt setup, has just been delivered to Leesburg, Dodge, Ram, Jeep. If you're looking for one of these cars, they just got one in. I'm gonna take it for a ride. It really is a cool looking car, more cool than I thought in person. And it's mixed feelings, but the back end definitely kind of gives you that 60s Dodge Charger kind of theme a little bit. If it was a little bit longer back end, I think it would be more, but it's not a bad looking car. And it's an electric vehicle. So yeah, but they are going to offer a gas. So if you're anti-EV, next summer, you will be able to get this in a Hurricane Inline 6 turbo setup, which will be a really nice package. So this is the lesser of the two, because the Scat Pack is a little bit more grunty, a little bit more power, but the sales gentleman here is with me, claims that this is very quick. It throws you back in the seat, and it's very enjoyable. So I'm going to take it for a test drive right now, and I'll give you my review here in a short bit. Hey, now I'm back in a real car, right? The real deal, which is the ICE Grand Wagoneer. It's incredible what they're trying to accomplish at Dodge Charger. They're just not doing it. It just isn't working, you all. I mean, now I'm back in my real deal of the ICE age Grand Wagoneer, which I just love this vehicle. It really is a nice setup. And here I am back again to the... You know me because I bring a lot of cars here now, but I pay freaking like 3 or 4... Hey buddy, I'm back. So
Thank you for your purchase.
all right, so we're back to the flag. You know, I've been paying like on 3 accounts like $40 a month. I spent like $120 a month this place, and it just isn't until recently I'm now more active. Now I'm getting rid of so many of my cars. I'm getting more just kind of focused on the select few cars that I have and really taking care of those versus just overwhelming. I mean, you know, just beyond believable. All right, so here we are back to this place. I'm still not comfortable in my seat here, but it's all night and day. Listen to this car, you know, this is fine. This noise, that Dodge Charger, I think they're just really trying to create something that's going to create more problems and more create bad than good. So make sure the headlights are off. And come on in. Come on in. And put neutral. The wife trashes the car. That's something different. So it's a video time today. Not, you know, it's incredible this morning. I never even thought to myself going to get my Grand Wagoneer today, which I knew would be fixed. They had a recall on the thermostat on these Grand Wagoneers, that Hurricane motor. So it didn't have any issues, but they were just being preventive maintenance because apparently the thermostat on these Hurricane motors were getting stuck. And my wife drives this car a lot. She goes out of town a lot in this car, so I really felt it was very important to get that fixed, because I'd hate for her to call me and go, hey, the car is overheating, what's going on? I'd be like, what a joke. I should have gotten the thermostat fixed. So for the wife, went out of the way to take care of it. And the wife, this car close to 20,000 miles on it. And you know what? That's been the wife who's driven the heck out of this car. I bet you I've driven this car, I would say maybe 4,000 or 5,000 miles, if that. Cleaned up. She's not really real dirty, but I'll take advantage of my monthly subscription. I am on the exact same road as I just test drove that Dodge Charger. Now, traffic has definitely gotten a lot heavier since I drove that car. Listen to the Grand Wagoneer. I mean, it's just incredible. It's just a weird, that car just has a weird sensation to it. I don't know. And I'm sure some out there they'll be, all over the electric vehicle. And they'll love it, which I get all that, whatever. But at least I was able to drive one in my own world, give you a view of what I think works and what I think really doesn't work. So there you go with that as we head back in. And bing bam shabam, we're back home. Now let's listen to this motor. Yeah, you know what? I like the Chevy Blazer. I think that Chevy Blazer has, in some ways, cooler looks than that Charger. And the thing is, for this Blazer, we paid like $45,000 or $43,000 for that vehicle. And so for me, the Dodge Charger, it's just too much money. Too much money for what you're getting, in my view. And that's the thing. I enjoy electric vehicles, but when it comes to the performance side, to replace the ICE Charger, I'm just not tasting it. Not tasting it at all. Blazer EV, that's a great package. All right, everybody, that's it. I'm done talking. A lot of yabba dabba doing today. You know that? I've made a lot of video today. And for the record, everybody, I just made a video all about cars today, not about the German Shepherd puppies all day long. So those that call me out every now and then, it's like, okay, how many people watch the reveal of the Dodge Charger by the Ice Age guy driving it and telling you the way it is? How many people watch it? Let's see. Change it up, right? God bless.